9 out of Gaza doctors, 10 children killed in Israeli airstrike. The bodies of 79 people killed by Israeli strikes have been brought to hospitals in the past 24 hours, Gaza's health ministry said Saturday, a toll that doesn't include hospitals in the battered north that it said are now inaccessible. 9 of a doctor's 10 children were among those killed in Israel's renewed military offensive, colleagues, and the health ministry said. Alaa Nayar, a pediatrician at Nasser Hospital, was on duty at the time and ran home to find her family's house on fire. Ahmed Al-Farah, head of the hospital's pediatric department, told the Associated Press. Najar's husband was severely wounded and their only surviving child, an 11-year-old son, was in critical condition after Friday's strike in the southern city of Khan Younis, Farah said. The dead children ranged in age from 7 months to 12 years old. Khalil Aldo-Kran, a spokesperson for Gaza's health ministry, told the AP that 2 of the children remained under the rubble. Israel's military in a statement said it struck suspects operating from a structure next to its forces, and described the area of Khan Younis as a dangerous war zone. It said it had evacuated civilians from the area, and the claim regarding harm to uninvolved civilians is under review. Earlier on Saturday, a statement said Israel's Air Force struck over 100 targets throughout Gaza over the past day. The health ministry said the new deaths brought the war's toll to 53,901 since the October 7, 2023, Hamas-led attack on Israel that sparked the 19 months of fighting. The ministry said 3,747 people have been killed in Gaza since Israel resumed the war on March 18 in an effort to pressure Hamas to accept different ceasefire terms. Its count doesn't differentiate between civilians and combatants. Israel's pressure on Hamas has included a blockade of Gaza and its over 2 million people since early March. This week, the first aid trucks entered the territory and began reaching Palestinians since the blockade began. Kagat, the Israeli defense body overseeing aid for Gaza, said 388 trucks had entered since Monday. About 600 trucks a day had entered during the ceasefire. Warnings of famine by food security experts, and images of desperate Palestinians jostling for bowls of food at the ever-shrinking number of charity kitchens, led Israel's allies to press the government of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to allow some aid to return. Netanyahu's government has sought a new aid delivery and distribution system by a newly established U.S.-backed group, but the United Nations and partners have rejected it, saying it allows Israel to use food as a weapon and violates humanitarian principles. Israel may now be changing its approach to let aid groups remain in charge of non-food assistance, according to a letter obtained by the AP. Israel accuses Hamas of siphoning off aid, but the UN and aid groups deny there is significant diversion. Hospitals in Gaza are again reporting attacks and other Israeli pressure. The health ministry said 11 security personnel have been trapped at the European hospital in southern Gaza following heavy gunfire and air strikes since at least Tuesday. Dr. Saleh Hams, director of the nursing department, said patients were evacuated after an Israeli strike on May 13. Hams said the security staff stayed behind to protect from looting, and that it was the only hospital in Gaza offering neurosurgery, cardiac care, and cancer treatment. Israel said it will continue to strike Gaza until Hamas releases all of the 58 remaining Israeli hostages and disarms. Fewer than half of the hostages are believed to be alive since the October 7 attack, in which militants killed some 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and abducted 251 others. Swipe left for next video. Hamas has said it will only return the remaining hostages in exchange for more Palestinian prisoners, a lasting ceasefire and an Israeli withdrawal from the territory. Netanyahu has rejected those terms and has vowed to maintain control over Gaza and facilitate what he refers to as the voluntary emigration of much of its Palestinian population. The Israeli government and its leader have a clear choice: deal or war, saving lives or abandonment. Liran Berman, brother of hostages Gali and Ziv Berman, told a weekly rally in Tel Aviv as families and supporters again demanded an agreement that would bring everyone home. Latest blogs.